It's him, New York's favorite author, 7M. Yeah, baby!
What up, OG?
Alright.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, man.
So tell us about the S&S Club.
Whoa. Wow. The S&S Club was situated directly over the legendary Willie Burgers. And that was on the main vein in Harlem, 145th and 8th. And it was, let me be clear, it was a real deal after hour spot in Harlem, in that it was up on the second floor on 145th and 8th. But you could have 600 people up there bouncing up and down, Kid Capri, Ron G, murdering the set, and you couldn't see or hear anything from the ground. So that made it a real after hours spot, first of all. And it was situated again on the main vein, 145th and 8th, right above Willie's Burgers. But if you didn't know about it, you didn't know about it. You had to be in the know. There was no neon signs, you dig, saying, boom, this is the S&S Club. You had to know. And at that time, New York City had started putting up bus enclosures on 145th, 125th, all the main avenues, you know what I'm saying, the main streets in Harlem. They put these bus enclosures up. And they happened to put the bus enclosure right in front of the door to the S&S Club. So again, if you didn't know, you didn't know. So dig, this was the ill shit about the spot. When you went into the spot, there was a flight of stairs directly in front of you. And then there was a landing. You went up another flight of stairs, and then it was the second landing. And the minute that you got to that second landing, you could hear the music muffled, but there was an energy there. So I'm gonna tell you about my first night at the S&S Club. So I had run into legendary DJ Ron G on 152nd and 8th on the downtown side across from Shirley's Restaurant at the time. And he told me he was gonna be at this spot called the S&S Club on 145th. And it was a broad I was interested in at the time, and I was told that she was gonna be at the S&S Club that night. So, like a young Harlem G, I went straight to 125th Street. And I met up with a cat at the time. He was an ill furrier in Harlem. He was doing furs and minks. His name was Sticks. So I went downtown to meet Sticks, and I had copped this ill, he had put together this double-breasted gray fox. So I had the double-breasted gray fox. I had the suede pants, the gray suede joints, and I had the gray British Walkers with the burgundy windows. Then I topped that off with the gray mock neck with the Chinese joint, with the Chinese collar, with the burgundy piping. You did? Because that was the Harlem way. So let me tell you how this joint was set up, because that's key to what this place was. So when you got to that second landing, there was a set of doors. When you walked through those doors, the place was set up more in the shape of a square. Now, it wasn't a big spot, but it wasn't a small spot either. And the way it was set up, when you walked through the doors, it was like a runway. You dig? So all the tables that was on this side, like in the middle, they had low light. That was for the, you know, the whatever niggas, you know, not for the maid cats and the cats that really, you know, your face was like a coupon in Harlem at that time. So if you didn't have a recognizable face, you sat over there. But there was a row of tables that held 6 people per table, and I think it was about 7 or 8 of them joints. And it ran along the wall on the right side. So when you walked in, you walked past these tables. And like I said, it was built like a runway. When you got to the back wall, I don't even remember what was at the back wall, son. I never went back there. But the DJ booth was over there, the dance floor was over there. Like I said, the tables was here, and then the bar was over there. But my focus and the focus of all the cats with money, all of the players, all the cats that had furs, minks, cars parked outside, was that side row. When you walked in, you wanted to be seen by all the money cats, and the money cats wanted to see you as soon as you walked in. And that was part of the appeal of the S&S Club. You dig? So my first night at the S&S Club, like I said before, I ran into Ron G, and he told me he was gonna be there that night. So when I got there, I was fly. You know what I'm saying? So when I walked through those doors, that first door, I didn't feel nothing right away. I walked up. You don't even hear the music really when you get to the first landing, you heard? So when I got to the first landing, I stepped to the stairs and there was someone like right in front of me. So I followed them up. We got to the second landing. They stepped up, talked to the cat that was at the door, whatever. And when you got there was two doors. Like I said, one to go in and one to go out. But there was a mirror right here. So all the players could check themselves out before they walked in. And I'll never forget, man. I looked at myself in that mirror, and I had spent $3,700 on that outfit, man, top to bottom. I'm even talking about the jewelry I had on. And I was 18 at the time. And all the cats that had bread was in my age group, 18, 19, 20 years old. You dig? So you got Ron G, Kid Capri every Friday, Saturday night. Couple of other legendary DJs that I won't mention. I mean, the place was the place to be. If you had bread and you was into anything at all, you wanted to be at the S&S Club. And I remember, man, that first night, man, I pushed that door open. Shit was magical, man. Pushed the door open, dog. I walked through. Music came on. Shit, it took me 35 minutes to get to the third table. By the time I got finished getting pounds and shit, bitches kissing me in the neck and all type of crazy shit, man. But I remember, like I said, my first night at the S&S Club, man, I walked through those doors, man, and it was all eyes on me. It was like everything went in slow motion or some shit, man. Shit was beautiful, man. S&S Club, that was hard, man. That was hard. Yeah. That's hard.